Sarah's encounter with the ghostly child of Elm Street house is just one of the many chilling tales that echo through its ancient walls. This encounter, however, is a story that leaves a lingering chill in the air, a feeling of dread that clings to the soul like an icy shroud. It all began on a dreary, stormy night. The rain was lashing against the windows of the Elm Street house, the wind howling through the skeletal trees that surrounded the foreboding edifice. The atmosphere was saturated with fear, a palpable sense of the unseen that seemed to permeate the very fabric of the old house. Sarah, a brave and intrepid young woman, was on her first ghost hunting expedition. Undeterred by the ominous weather and the eerie tales surrounding the Elm Street house, she stepped through its portal, armed only with her courage and her curiosity. As she explored the house, she could not shake off the feeling of being watched, of a presence just beyond the periphery of her vision. It was in the attic that she had her first encounter with the ghostly child. The attic, a cobwebbed realm of forgotten memories and discarded relics, was dimly lit by the flickering light of Sarah's trusty lantern. And there, amidst the shadows and dust, she saw it. A spectral figure, translucent and glowing, a child in outdated clothing, its eyes hollow pools of eternal sorrow. The child's ethereal voice echoed through the silence, a haunting lament that sent shivers down Sarah's spine. Its message was unclear, its words garbled and distorted by the passage of time. Sarah's encounter with the ghostly child was not her last during her time at the Elm Street house. The child seemed to be reaching out to her, seeking some form of release or closure. Sarah, driven by an instinctive desire to help, embarked on a quest to uncover the tragic past of the ghostly child, a quest that led her down a path of sorrow and redemption, of secrets concealed and truths revealed. Now, Sarah's encounter with the ghostly child of Elm Street house is part of the lore of the house, a chilling tale that adds to the symphony of whispers that reverberate through its ancient walls. It is a tale that serves as a testament to the spectral secrets that the old house harbors, its inhabitants from times long past still clinging onto the physical realm, their stories waiting to be heard, their secrets yearning to be discovered. A tale that leaves one questioning: what other spectral secrets does this haunted house hold? Narrator. Our next story comes from a former resident of Elm Street house, John, who lived there in the late 70s. John: I've always been a skeptic when it comes to the paranormal. Ghost stories and ominous tales of haunted houses were nothing more than fiction to me. However, when I moved into Elm Street house during the tail end of the 1970s, my perception of reality was challenged. I was a young man, fresh out of college, looking to start my life anew in a place that had its fair share of history. Little did I know that this history was still very much alive. John: It was a grand old house, with creaky wooden floors and high ceilings that echoed with the whispers of the past. You could never really feel alone in that house. There was always an eerie sense of being watched, of being accompanied by unseen presences. John: My first encounters with the inexplicable were subtle. Sometimes I'd find items misplaced, doors left ajar, lights flickering without any plausible reason. I dismissed these incidents as odd but explainable, attributing them to the house's old age or my own forgetfulness. John: But then, things started escalating. It was the whispers that really got to me. I'd up in the middle of the night my name being called out in a raspy voice that seemed to float in from the darkness. It was so soft, like a sigh riding on the cool night breeze. It would come from the foot of my bed, as if the speaker was standing right there. John: One particular night my heart pounded as if it were trying to escape my chest. I sat up in bed, and there, bathed in the silvery moonlight, was a figure. It was a woman, shrouded in a white dress, her face hidden by cascading waves of dark hair. Her voice was the one that had been whispering my name. She wasn't menacing or fearsome. Rather, she radiated an eerie calmness that was impossible to ignore. John, as I reached out her, trying to make sense of the surreal scene unfolding before me, she vanished, not with a dramatic burst or a thunderous boom, but like smoke being carried away by the wind. There one moment, gone the next. John, that spectral encounter was the first of many, each more unnerving than the last. Every occurrence added another layer to the mystery of Elm Street House, challenging my skepticism and pushing me to question everything I thought I knew about the world. These apparitions, whoever they were, seemed intrinsically tied to the house, and I was now a part of their inexplicable narrative. Narrator. John's spectral encounter adds another layer of mystery to the haunting tales of Elm Street House. Each story leaves us wondering, who are these apparitions, and why are they tied to this house? Narrator. Sarah's chilling encounter with the ghostly child, John's midnight visitor, these are just a few of the many stories that have seeped from the haunted halls of Elm Street House. Stories seep from its time-worn walls like secrets whispered in the dark of the night. The echo of soft, eerie laughter, unseen hands touching bare skin, chilling wails of sorrow and distress, shadows shifting in the corners of the eye, all part of the Elm Street House legacy. The first tale that has intrigued countless curious minds is that of Sarah. Sarah, a young maiden who in the dead of the night came face to face with a spectral apparition, a ghostly child with hollow eyes who whispered stories of the past in Sarah's ears. Stories that were as chilling as the icy fingers that seemed to brush lightly against her skin. Every night the ghostly child would pay a visit, each time revealing more details, each story more haunting than the last. Then there was the story of John, a hardy soul who prided himself on his lack of fear, his skepticism of the supernatural. Yet one fateful midnight, a visitor shattered his bravado. The visitor, a spectral entity, arrived in his room, not with a bang, but with a soft whisper. The visitor would not leave John alone, and its presence continued night after night, each encounter more intense than the last. These tales are just the tip of the iceberg, the surface of the vast ocean of spectral secrets that Elm Street House holds within its haunted halls. The stories are countless, every room of the house hiding its own unique tale of terror and torment. The chilling cries of long-dead children, the tormented wails of forlorn lovers, the desperate pleas of souls trapped between worlds, all echo through the corridors of Elm Street House. The true extent of the secrets, the depth of the spectral stories, may never truly be known. For every tale that sees the light of day, there are dozens that are kept in the dark, trapped within the haunted walls of the house. Elm Street House is a place where the line between the living and the dead is blurred, where the veil between worlds is thin. The tales that leave its hallowed halls chill the blood, haunt dreams, and leave you questioning the nature of reality. Elm Street House, with its spectral secrets and chilling tales, is a testament to the power of the unknown. It's a place where fear and intrigue walk hand in hand, where every creak could be a spectral footstep, every gust of wind a ghostly sigh. Will you dare to explore its haunted halls, to uncover the secrets it holds? If you dare, join us next time as we continue to uncover the eerie mysteries of the paranormal world. Until then, sleep tight.